All right, we are now on to January. Guys, if you don't know, we're doing a full breakdown of the Vancouver Canucks schedule, every single game, talking about each and every one in detail. Go check out the previous two videos so far. This is the third one. All right, but don't do it now because we're watching now the third one. So Corey's with me from Canucks News Summaries. So hello, Corey. All right, we're in January. Yes, shockingly enough, he hasn't left us yet. Sweet. All right. So this is going to be an extremely busy month, by far the busiest of all of them. So on Friday, we have the Seattle Kraken. It's always nice to see Seattle, a little bit of a rivalry. Maybe one day will grow between, Seattle and Vancouver. But it's what's nice about this is, and we've actually probably forgot to mention is against the Seattle game previously, if you want to make that roadie over to Seattle, that would be actually a pretty nice little road trip. If you've never been to Seattle, I have. It's a nice city. I actually quite enjoyed my time in Seattle, but it has a lot of the same problems that every major city has nowadays. But overall, it's a really nice city. That would be a fun game thing. But this one obviously is at home and on a back-to-back against Boston as well. So what do you think about Seattle there?
It's going to be an interesting team to watch this year. One thing, this is a 7:30 start time at home.
Ooh, so late night one.
That's a late night game. We don't have a lot of those in Vancouver. That's normally like San Jose who does that, not like the Canucks and Kraken. So kind of odd. I don't know. We'll see how the Kraken are. Like they're kind of like the Canucks, where I'm like, I don't know what they're going to be like. They got a new coach. They have a couple new players. They've kind of reorganized things a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They need more offense.
And then we have on the 3rd, we have the Boston Bruins coming in, and always good games against Boston. Always real good games against Boston. Zadorov comes back here, and I always mention Zadorov. I guess I should mention Lindholm as
less
well.
Than a season.
We love Zadorov.
I know, but he's like this mythical
the guy.
You hadn't mentioned Lindholm once, who played like the same amount and was hugely important in that playoff run.
He was good in the playoffs.
Massively important.
But Zadorov, the stuff he did, man, like he was so fun to watch in that playoff run.
He really pumped them up.
Honestly, the major hits he had, the bras he had.
He had a swagger.
Oh man, the stuff with the McDavid and all that stuff too. Oh man, it was Zadorov. I'm still kind of sad.
The Bruins are going to be kind of interesting. Like Tanner Jeannot's on the team. There's that Brock Besser connection, because he gave Besser that connection, that concussion last season. The Bruins went out and like beefed up their bottom 6, but didn't do anything else to the rest of their roster. So it's going to be really interesting to see. Are they like actually worse than last year, the same, or are they just getting slightly better just by being tougher?
Yeah, and I think Boston in general, they're just their mentality is to be tough too, right? So they should have that should be an interesting one for sure.
One more thing about them, also Swayman. Because Swayman was not good last year, but this year he's going in with a full training camp. Last year he didn't, because he signed that late contract. That could be a really big factor for them.
Yeah,
same with like Demko and the Canucks, right? It's the same thing.
Now, it is a back-to-back. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Lankinen on that one. Or maybe, who knows, maybe it is the other way around, right? And then hopefully Demko will be nice and healthy, because that's what we need. On the 6th, we have the Buffalo Sabres away game. We pretty much talked about them at length in the previous video, but yeah, good young team. So should be a fun game to watch. On the 8th there, we have once again the Detroit Red Wings. Again, my major part of that, I'm really hoping to see. Also, Lucas Raymond's on that team. That's a hell of a good player to watch. And I want to see if Axel Sandin Pellikka by January is on that team. I think that'll be interesting to see in how he does at training camp. And I'm pretty sure he has a decent shot too. So they need defense, right? So
yeah.
I can see that happening. And on the 10th, away game against the Toronto Maple Leafs without Mitch Marner. And we get to watch Dakota Joshua on Toronto Maple Leafs as well, which is going to be kind of nice to see. I hope he has a massive season. I really like Joshua. Just such a nice guy too. Really coming off some real hard struggles with cancer. And then obviously on the ice, he wasn't 100%. So, but it looks like he should have a good year this year. And this is, by the way, this is a 6-game road trip, by the way. This is the longest, I believe, of the season. So in the East here. So against Toronto, what do you think about Toronto this year? It's interesting.
Interesting that they are trying to like recreate Marner in the aggregate with a few other players,
Yes.
like because they lost Marner, so they brought in, or they
Michelli.
got. Well, I was going to say Nicholas Roy or Waugh. I
Well,
never.
I think it's Wall.
I think it's Waugh. I've just heard other people say Roy, and
I think you
that's
can say both ways, to be honest. It's
okay.
like center and century. By the way, that's an inside joke because every time I make a video that says center, by the way, every time some guy says it's CENTRE, it's not CENTER, right? And then I change it to CENTER, and then I get the people, it's CENTRE. And I'm like,
we are Canadian. It is CENTRE. That is the way we spell it. It also doesn't matter. You can spell it. Both are accepted. Anyway, you got Waugh, Michelli, and Joshua. Like, it's interesting because like Waugh and Joshua bring a big body presence, some bottom six scoring with a bit of top six chops. Michelli is probably the softest player in the entire league, but a fantastic playmaker when he's given that chance, and very, very, very good on the power play. So it's interesting. Like clearly the Maple Leafs should be less dangerous, but they're now deeper. So I'm curious to see, and also their defense. They're going in with maybe the best defense I've seen from the Maple Leafs in a long time, in terms of just like guys who can actually defend. You got Tanev, you got McCabe, and you got
Carlo. You can't forget about our
Carlo.
hero.
Well, Carlo, and then you Ekman Larson, who's now like basically a third pairing guy, which is a really good role for like they have a good defense. I think Riley is cratering, but whatever. Like the rest of the defense, it can actually defend. That's what a concept for the Maple Leafs.
I'll say this. I think they'll be worse in the regular season this year, but I do like their roster coming up to the playoffs, and I think they'll do something at the deadline as well. I think they just want to get more physical overall throughout their lineup, and I think they did that. And I do think Michelli there is, he's basically a real worse version of Mitch Marner, because Mitch Marner is Mitch Marner is a better defensive player as well.
Yeah, Mitch Marner is just an elite player.
Way better defensive player. But if you want playmaking, if this package is just, and I mean just playmaking, he has it. Like he's in my opinion, an elite playmaker. If you only count playmaking, period. Everything else would. A lot of work to be done there, but I think he can actually have a pretty nice season for Toronto.
I would have, I like Michelli. It's funny, saying that he's the worst version of Marner. He's the Sanic to Marner. If anyone knows the Sonic Sanic meme, look that up.
So this is a perfect opportunity in the comments, by the way, to show Corey how amazing you guys are in the community to figure this out, this meme. All right, Montreal Canadiens on the 12th. We talked a little bit about them with the previous game, but again, we're big fans of Montreal, and we think they're going to have a big year. And does Hudson break 80 points this year?
No.
I think he's going to have 72.
Okay.
I think that's my estimate. I think he's going to get number one power play time the whole season. I think they're a good offensive team. Slafkowski's really good. Suzuki's really good. They've already taken some huge steps on that team. I wonder if Lane is going to be healthy this year. I think that should be. Hopefully, he plays a little bit better. I just think it's a good team, man. But they do need another center. So
who doesn't?
Who's looking for? And it's going to be tough for them, considering if you know the memes of these schedule videos, we have literally every second line center.
Yeah, we have all of them.
We have literally traded for all of them. So, and we combine them into a super center, but which turns into basically Crosby. But all right. We have the Ottawa Senators. All right, on the
Travis
13th
Green
away game, Travis Green. Ottawa Senators is my team where I would like to say is they are okay. Hot take. Is it hot take time? Okay. Hot take time. I think the Ottawa Senators are going to go and win 2 rounds in the playoffs this year. I am very, very high on the Ottawa Senators. I love their defense. I love their forward group matchup. I think their lines are balanced. I think they're young and they're getting better every single day. Sanderson is an absolute monster. I'm not sure if you've watched a lot of him. The guy is damn good. I'm a big fan of the Ottawa Senators. I think they're going to be real good this year. I think they're going to take another step. So that's my hot take. I don't know. What do you think about Ottawa?
This will be my hot take. I think they'll miss the playoffs.
Oh, completely. A Tkachuk? You're gonna bet against a Tkachuk?
No, I'm gonna bet against Travis Green.
Travis Green's actually done a good job in Ottawa. To be honest, he's done a good job.
Yeah, he did a good job. Let's see if he can keep that magic going, because he did a good job for 1 year with Vancouver.
So Corey is not a Senator guy. I am a Senator.
I love the roster. I love their roster. I actually think their roster is great, but I think that honestly one of these times I have to go through and actually look at everyone's roster. I haven't done a full evaluation and basically see like, do they get bumped out by someone else, or do they just like it's one of those things I look at and go, actually no, they are clearly a playoff team. I'm being an idiot. Like
summer videos cover each and every single hockey team. Huh? What do you think?
I mean, I think we should do a video on figuring out like what are the standings going to look like.
By the way, Tkachuk, Tim in the middle there with Giroux. Giroux came back on a really nice play. Yeah. Perron there. Wait, Perron's still there, right? No, he retired?
No, Perron. David Perron is still there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Batherson's really good. Cousins should have a decent season this year. I'm a huge fan of Pinto. I want to go on the Vancouver Canucks, but
I like Zetterlund.
Zetterlund. Like, it's just a really good team, man, and they're young, right? They're young, man. Like, and I'm just a big fan of Jake Sanderson.
I guess my thing is like they are so much like the Vancouver Canucks, like bubble, like right after the bubble. So it's if you think like the bubble was the Canucks' big moment, right? And the next thing, they're such a young team, and they just need to make some additions, and they'll do it. And I think I'm getting PTSD from that era and looking at the Senators team and going like, you gotta approve it. Like, show it to me.
We just spent 5 minutes on the Ottawa Senators. So if you're an Ottawa Senators fan that just discovered this, that was for you, by the way. Columbus Blue Jackets away game on the 15th. We're both actually fans of Columbus. We think they're going to be a good young team, and that's going to be an interesting game to go to as well. Next up, we have the Edmonton Oilers once again on the 17th. At home. So that should be a fun one. And this is the start of how many home games there? Ooh.
300. I believe it's an 8-game home.
8-game homestand. So this is where we should catch up a little bit if we have an okay start to the season against the Edmonton Oilers first. Always nice to see Connor McDavid coming to town. I hope we absolutely crush them.
You mentioned him earlier. Canuck killer Andrew Mangiapane is an Oiler.
Oh God, he's going to score at least 3 hat trick for us. Scary. And New York Islanders, first time you get to see some of the young talent on the New York Islanders. It's always going to be a thing. And also, those are pretty cheap tickets, like cheap compared to what some of the other tickets are going to cost. So that should be an interesting game to go to. That's on the Monday there. On Wednesday, we have Alexander Ovechkin coming to Vancouver. Hopefully he's nice and healthy.
Last time you'll probably get to see him. Who knows? But might be the last time, yeah.
Maybe the last time. And then we have the New Jersey Devils, Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes. Once again, Luke Hughes and all them. All the Hughes together in Vancouver. I hope they just stay in Vancouver. Just don't leave. Just play for the Vancouver Canucks. Quinn is not leaving us. He's our captain. He is staying. I want to believe that. We need to please have a good year. Please, for the love of God, have a good year. So it makes the decision real hard. But hey, quickly, Quinn Hughes, is he staying or leaving? Next season.
Staying.
This is the optimism of the Vancouver Canucks fan base right here. Yes.
Mostly, I don't buy into anything this early. Like this is the year. This is the year.
I would be in immense pain if Quinn Hughes actually left us. Like, just immense pain. I would be really, really upset. But I would understand on his point. He's going with his family. I wouldn't be mad so much at him. I'll be so choked if Quinn leaves.
Will.
will be
mad
traded.
at him.
Oh, Corey would not take it very well either.
Are you no longer a Canuck? Then I hate you. That's how my fandom works.
We'll probably have to trade him next season. Obviously, we're not going to lose him for nothing, and he'll
Let's
still
move
go
on.
for
I don't want to talk
a
about
decent
Hughes.
thing.
It's not the Hughes. This is the schedule. Let's not talk
It's
about
all
Hughes.
you don't want to talk about Quinn. It's such an important topic. All right, Pittsburgh Penguins, 25th. Sorry, Crosby.
Last chance to see Malkin.
Last chance to see Malkin at home, and Crosby. I think it's going to be pricey and should be a fun game to watch. It's always nice.
3 p.m. start time. That's a 3 p.m. game.
3 p.m. start time on a Sunday. Good.
That's a kid's game. That's a game meant for children.
On my day
off.
They
do those early games.
Great.
Perfect.
On the 27th, we have the San Jose Sharks against Celebrini. Take a look. And not just Celebrini, they have a good young team. So they're just not ready yet to take that major step, in my opinion. But they have a good young team. And also on the 29th, another good young team is the Anaheim Ducks, especially their center depth. Their center depth is really, really good.
Both should be improved. The Sharks have a much better defense. They're not just relying on, I don't want to call them has-beens. That's a little mean. But, has-beens and never was's. Like, they actually went out and got some guys. So they should be not a great team, but a better team this year, a more complete team. And if you don't take them seriously, they will surprise you.
And then the home game against the Toronto Maple Leafs on the 31st. That is going to be fun, loud. A lot of Leafs fans are going to be filling up the building in our brand new seats that we've upgraded. So at least people will be comfortable with cup holders, by the way. I just want to mention that. Yes.
as all
major thing.
As someone who can't or doesn't go to games, whatever. As always, that's a 4 p.m. game. I wrote a whole article about 4 p.m. games against the Maple Leafs on Canucks Army. Read it. It's one of my best pieces of work because the Canucks dominate the Maple Leafs in early games. Dominate. Yeah, it's always very funny. They did it last year too.
Also, if you're going to go to just one game, even though it is pricey, the atmosphere will be electric in that one.
Yeah.
Always is. Yeah. So that would be a fun game to go to and to see how the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to do this year. So that's a really
Joshua returns home. There'll be a whole
Joshua returns home. Yes, for sure. Yeah, that's a very good point. Next up, we have in February, there's just 4 games because we have the big break there for the Olympics, I believe. And it's going to be... Oh boy, that's going to be a separate video. Lots of videos on Canada and Olympics. We'll talk about that at length.
Yeah,
moving ahead. But on the Monday there, we have the Mammoth. It's an away game. So if you guys are excited for the Mammoth, again, they should be a much better team this year, and they have a lot of young, good talent over there. So it should be a thing. Also, Dylan Gunther, who should have been a Canuck and is not, and you can go watch him score 40 goals this year because I think that's what's going to happen. Vegas Golden Knights on the Wednesday there. First time we're playing Vegas, I believe. Which is kind of, I just realized that.
Really surprising. We're several months into the year, and it's the first 3 months into the season, and they're 1, 2, 3, 4 months into the season, and that's the first time they play a division rival. That seems insane, but
really, really odd. And considering a lot of people think they're going to be at the top of the standings this year in the division, a lot of people feel that way. The fact that we're not playing them, it's our schedule could look a little nicer than maybe it should leading up to those 4 months, because that's 4 times we don't have to play Vegas. They're going to be real good. Mitch Marner, let's see how he fits there. I think he's going to fit like a glove. I think Marner is just such an elite player. I don't think there's going to be any sort of problems there whatsoever. He's going to get his points, and he's going to do really well for Vegas. What do you think about Vegas this year there, Corey?
They're terrifying in terms of if you can just split up their top 6, and all of a sudden you basically have 4 scoring lines.
Mm-hmm.
You can just put Mark Stone with anyone and he's going to drag them into the fight. Put Jack Eichel with anyone, drag them into the fight. Marner with pretty much anyone. It's just, especially during the regular season, right? You just split it up and you're like, well, okay, what do you do?
Hey Corey, when's the CBA stuff kicking in? The new one?
Oh, that is not until the season afterwards, and I believe it is September.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about Mark Stone. So we have to worry about Mark Stone not playing the whole regular season like usual. But we'll see how. So hopefully he can stay healthy.
All the complaints from the previous seasons still apply to this season.
Yes.
It also means the Canucks will still be sending players down constantly to grab cap space.
Oh, really? That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It hasn't kicked in yet. So
They'll
yeah,
still
that's
be doing that. It's going to be harder to do that this year.
Great for you and content, by the way, on Twitter, because you are going to be all over it. That's how you got started in a weird
it is me pointing out that I think they're going to send Brandstrom down just to do it. Then like 2 days later they did. It's like, oh, why? I'm like, I explained it.
And by the way, he's now followed by, in my opinion, every major media guy in Vancouver now, right? Corey there?
I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. Yeah, Drance was the last one to follow me.
And guys, if obviously give him shout outs on there on Twitter and subscribe to him or follow him or whatever the hell the thing is on Twitter. Follow him up. He's awesome. Like, look at him. Look at his awesome.
Look at my smiling face. Look at the little.
Then we have the break there, and then on the 25th we have the Winnipeg Jets. That's a tough game for the first game back. After the break, we'll see how we're gonna feel. Like where Pettersson's gonna be there, and obviously in the tournament with Sweden, Quinn Hughes is gonna be playing for that for sure.
Well, Hellebuck.
Hellebuck. Oh, that's true. That right. So there's obviously good players on both sides that are going to be in that Olympic tournament, and I love the Olympics. It's the best hockey in the world, in my opinion.
It's fun.
It's so good. It's so good. And if the Four Nations was any indicator how good Olympics is going to be on another level compared to what the Four Nations were. So it's going to be fun to see. All right, on the 28th there we have once again the Seattle. It looks like we're playing Seattle quite a bit early on in the season. So
yeah, it's a lot
interesting.
Yeah, a lot early on, and I think this is the last. No, they play one more game against the Kraken after this.
So that is I believe we're at part 3 now of the comprehensive schedule breakdown here. We're going to be going on into the next part and probably the last part, it looks like. So if you guys are enjoying this schedule, leave Corey a follow, drop a subscribe for me. I would really appreciate it. Drop a like on all these videos and make sure you watch each and every single part. Just take your time because it's going to be long videos. So maybe you can listen to it. That's perfectly fine. All right, guys.
Throw it on in the background and fold some laundry.
This is why I brought him for this elite comments right here. All right. Bye, guys.